What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Brian Mello with Marty's Buick GMC and Chevrolet, and in today's video I finally get a chance to show you all a brand new 2023 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss. So let's get into it. All right, so today we're talking 2023 Colorado Trail Boss, and this thing looks incredible. If you're new to the channel, what I'm gonna do is a quick walk around the exterior of the truck, show you some of the highlighted features there. Then once we're done, I will put the window sticker up on the screen for you to take a look at, and then we will, of course, go over the interior as well. Just to kick things off, here's a quick look at your key fob, lock, unlock, panic button, remote start, Chevy bow tie. Now let's talk about this front end. Beautifully, beautifully redesigned. I'm a huge fan. Chevy knocked this thing completely out of the park, in my opinion. You've got the redesigned headlight. It's almost got like some carbon fiber inlay here. I'm sure it's an appearance, but looks really great. You'll also notice it says Chevrolet, and then we've got the Chevrolet bow tie there. All blacked out because it is the Trail Boss. You'll notice the Trail Boss branding there in the right corner of the grille. You'll also notice we've got kind of like a gray lower valance section, and then way underneath you'll see we've got the red toe recovery hooks, and then a nice steel skid plate for when you're off-road and you don't want to destroy the front end of this thing. You may also notice we've got a blacked out bow tie and a front camera, which I will show you how that works once we get inside the truck. MSRP on this is right around $47,000. We'll take a better look at that when I put the window sticker up on the screen. It's finished in radiant red with jet black interior, 2.7 liter turbocharged engine under the hood, and believe it or not, this thing rips. More torque than the 5.3 V8, surprisingly, and maybe not for everybody, but as an enthusiast, I love that I can hear some turbo sounds as I'm taking this thing for a drive. Let's take a look at our 18-inch blacked out Trail Boss wheels. Those are wrapped in 275/60 R20 Bridgestone Dueler AT tires. Not over the top aggressive, but definitely plenty to get the job done. And I'm usually not a huge fan of non-color match fender flares, but on this truck, it definitely works. You can see just the contrast works really well because you've got that blacked out front bumper, the blacked out wheels, and then we've got the blacked out steps. Truck looks awesome. I'm gonna step back so you guys can get a side profile on it. Trail Boss, so it does have a 2-inch factory lift, sits just a little bit higher than the LT. We've got the blacked out door handles, blacked out mirror caps. See the Trail Boss branding on the side of the bed. You may also notice, I know they don't say it's a wide body, but it certainly is a wide body in comparison to the previous generation. I know I'm kind of dogging on the previous gen truck. They're great trucks, but man, GM just really stepped these ones up. On the back, you've got your easy step rear bumper. You've got your rear backup sensors, your trailer tow packages, of course, all set up. You've got your plugs, you've got your rear backup camera, and let me show you one of my favorite features of this truck is the stow tailgate, multi-stow tailgate, it's stow stuff. We've got a ruler here, so if you need to measure anything, you don't have to break out a tape measure. You can actually just use the bed of your truck. That's a great idea. And then right here, if we just unlock this, lift this up, you can see you've got a nice little storage compartment in the back, and it's got a drain plug as well. So if you need to use this as a cooler, you're gonna go at tailgate and throw some sodas in the back, you can do that. Also great place if you're like me, dog toys, so you don't have to have them rolling around the cab of the truck. Jumper cables, tow chains, anything like that. Really, really nice place to stow some junk. I actually think I might like this more than the Multi-Pro. My only complaint is that I don't think there's a way to lock this. I'm sure the aftermarket will come in and probably solve that problem for us in the very near future. Factory spray and bed liner. You'll also notice you've got tie-down hooks. You've also got room for expansion if you need more tie-down hooks, but you do have 4 on each side, so you should be pretty good there. Dirt bikes fit just fine, just so you know. Sliding rear window. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the tailgate up, and then I'm gonna use the opportunity to put the window sticker up on the screen. I'm gonna give it in 3, 2, 1. All right, I always like to let everybody know that I am shooting this in 4K, so if you're watching on mobile, you wanna go ahead and pause the video. You can take a screenshot if you want, so you can take a better look at this. But just a quick couple things, 2023 Colorado 4-wheel drive Trail Boss, it's crew cab, radiant red tin coat, you got the jet black cloth seats, you got the 2.7 liter turbo plus, so it's a little bit faster than the standard 2.7. You'll also notice the off-road steps, the technology package, you've got adaptive cruise, you've got the wheels, you've got the skid plate, you've got the interior illumination package, the advanced trailering package, Trail Boss convenience package 2, the safety package, the paint, the spray and liner, the remote start. I mean, this thing is pretty stuffed out. All in all, this thing's gonna set you back $47,120. And I'll give you all just another second to take a peek at that and then I am going to pull it off the screen in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take a look at the back. All right, so inside the back of the truck, kind of business as usual. Not too much to talk about back here. It's it's the back seat. I don't have two hands, so I'm not going to be able to. Oh, maybe I can. There we go. Lift that up. That's what it looks like underneath the seat. Not a ton of storage space. I guess you could put something right here, but there's your jack and everything that you need in case you get a flat. You do have the all-weather mats back here, and then you do have vents in the back to make sure your passengers can stay cool or warm if it's winter. Go ahead and shut that. Let's jump up front because I know that's probably what most of you are waiting to see. All right, so here's the first look when we open the door. Here's a look at your seat. Before we hop inside, give you a look at the floor mat and your door. All right, now I always warn everybody I do go through this relatively quickly. However, if you have any questions, concerns, if I skip something, I missed something, by all means, feel free to drop a comment down below and I will definitely try to address as many questions and concerns as I can. So starting over on the left side, power windows, power mirrors, our door locks. On the dash, we've got our gauge cluster brightness. Tough to see, but we do have our trailer brake controller down there. Up on the steering wheel, we've got our cruise control. We've got our forward collision alert. We've also got our wiper controls, blinker controls, right side of the steering wheel. We've got, so this is a little different. If you're familiar with like the 1500s, you have that little scrolly wheel to go through the information. We just use this button here, and you can see I'm changing the display. This is the display I like the most. We can go through our information. There's our audio. There's our off-road performance display. So this is because it's a Trail Boss. Of course, you get that on the ZR2 as well. There's kind of the minimalist display with nothing, but this is the one that I think looks the best. So that's kind of what you'd be looking at on a day-to-day basis. That's, I believe, an 8-inch diagonal display. If you step up to even higher level trims, you can expand it all the way. I think the ZR2, and then on the GMC side, the AT4X and the Denali gets the full display. But really, it shows you everything that you possibly need, so I'm not sure what other information you'd want. Over here, we've got our 11.3-inch full-color HD touch display, AM, FM, XM, satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. The maps in this looks phenomenal. I always like to have it started up before I do one of these walkarounds because it just looks so good. Definitely an improvement. I'm going to go ahead and hit the home button here. You can see all your different options. Your Google Assistant. You can set up your My Chevrolet. You can schedule service through here. You've got the off-road mode. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. There's your off-road display. You have Baja. You have your terrain mode. Then you have your overlanding. I'm going to go back home. You can see we can go to air down mode. We can actually drop and set the tire pressure, drop it down a little bit if we're going to go off-road, and maybe we're going to get some sand, and we're going to need that. We go to our vehicle info. You can see it's still loading up. I'm actually surprised. Usually this doesn't work if I'm still in demo mode. I can look at everything that's going on in the truck. I can look at all the diagnostics right here through the touch display, and I love this like 3D rendering. I think it looks really, really good. I'm going to go back to the home screen. I want to show you guys the camera. So you can see curb hunter camera. So if you're going to park this thing somewhere and you want to make sure that you're not going to curb those wheels, turn on your curb hunter cameras, front and rear. You've also got the front, back, overhead front, overhead rear. You can turn on or disable the marker lines. You can look at the trailer hitch. If you back your truck into something with this, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, we might need to rethink your whole license situation. One of the controversial things on this truck were the headlights. There's no headlight buttons. They actually put them in the touchscreen, but super easy. The button's right there. Odds are you probably don't ever touch your headlight controls anyway. They're probably usually in auto. Your high beams, however, do still work if you just... so if you need to like flash someone with your high beams, you can still do that, of course. But really smart that they put the button there so you don't have to go into any menus or anything. What else do we have in here? Your controls, your trailering, your Google Assistant, your 4GUI. I think that's pretty much most of it. Definitely check this thing out. When you get in it, there's a ton going on in here. I could do a 10-minute video just on the infotainment system. Not going to do that with you now. Definitely when you test drive one of these, check it all out. Well worth it. The time. Spend the time. Down here, we've got our auto start and stop. We can disable that, which is good news. We've got our hazards. We've got our lane departure warning. We've got our USB, USB-C, our interior lighting. Then we've got this, almost looks like urban camo. It's like a little rubberized section here. Our mode selector, this is super cool. I'm going to switch modes, and you can see it's a really dramatic change on the dash. And then if you want to know, everybody knows you have mode changes. You never know what the heck it's doing. Hit the information. It actually tells you what that mode is actually for and what it's actually doing for you, which is really, really nice. People will be like, yeah, it's in sport mode. You know, it feels faster. This actually tells you what's going on in the truck. Four-wheel drive controls, your shifter, you've got your electronic parking brake, you've got your cup holders here. Another small feature I love, a slot for your cell phone. I'm always putting my cell phone in the cup holder. I know, I could just get a phone mount, right? Yeah, it's fine. Well, I still put it in my cup holder. Center console, little organization tray. You can pull that out, of course. You've got a power outlet back there. Over here, you've got your glove box. And then up top, you've got your interior lighting, you've got your OnStar buttons, and then your mirror. And that is pretty much the quick rundown of this truck. If, like I said, any other questions, concerns, comments that you may have, by all means, leave them in the comment box below. I'll be glad to answer those for you. As always, I'd like to thank you all for watching. As of now, this truck is available, so check it out, martychevrolet.com. Come on by, we'll ship it to you too. Thanks for watching. I will see you all in the very next video. Take care.